Okay, we've come to a park to fly. I don't come to parks too often, but yeah, good spot over grass with some open area because I want to do some tuning. I've got my laptop and everything. So I was actually, before I came here, editing through a video where there were a lot of, I don't know, the stuff that you don't like in the footage, kind of like unwanted movements and jitters and things like that. And in this specific case, what happened, and this was the day where Evan and I hung out and we made the quad box fly and we did some stuff. In this specific case, I was running a new GoPro and I had forgotten to turn off image stabilization. I know it's supposed to stabilize your video, but I swear the stabilization in the GoPro, especially for fast movements and stuff like that, just does a lot of bad stuff to your footage. It's not good. And I'm pretty certain that when the GoPro first came out, it wasn't as bad because I did a test with it on and off and I couldn't really tell a difference. And I think in an update or something, they changed how much the because it's digital stabilization. So I think they changed how much it worked, and it's not good for mini quad footage. It's not good for FPV acro footage. So make sure to have it off. I had it on and it left some in my video. So I'm double checking that it is off. Yep. And we're gonna go for a quick fly to see how things are going, because I was especially disappointed because I think that I've actually got this tuned better than I've ever had a quad before, and I thought I was actually flying really well that day. So for the footage to get messed, really sucked. So I'm watching the footage back right now and I can say that it's much better. So the image stabilization was definitely doing some garbage to my video. So I guess for this one specific instance, that's the explanation for why my video had some issues, but that is not always the case. I'm even seeing in that video still some stuff that I'm not 100% happy with, certain movements that I don't want to be there. And some of that is me needing to practice, which I've mentioned I think is the most important thing to work on is practicing. So some of it's that, and the rest is me being bad at tuning. I'll just say it, I suck at tuning. I mean, that's probably a bit of an exaggeration, but I'm not gonna be so mean to myself. I'm okay at tuning, but I'm definitely not as good as I would like to be. It's something that I haven't invested as much time as I need to. My focus has been on trying to improve my piloting skill, which I think is the most important thing, but tuning is also a skill that needs to be practiced and improved upon, and it's something that I need to focus more on. I have been so focused on making videos, trying to pump out content, making good content, and that I haven't carved out as much time as I need to for working on my tuning skills. And the worst is I'll go fly sometimes and get footage, and because I'm focused on making the next video, maybe I'll film the next video before I even get around to editing or even looking at that first round of footage. So sometimes certain issues, tuning issues, or like this GoPro issue will hit me for multiple videos. And this isn't meant to be like an excuse that, oh, I make so many videos, so cut me some slack if there's some wobbles or something, if the tune isn't perfect. Like, no, I want to be proud of every video I put out. So what that means is I need to be more careful. I need to make sure that even if I don't have the time to edit something and I need to go film another day, like, watch the footage, make some time to check the footage, or while you're out flying, open up the phone. I mean, it's really best, you can really best see the issues on like a big screen like the laptop, but like check footage. I need to be better at that. So I'm not asking for slack in the comments. And if anything, the few of you guys that do give me those criticisms, like, I appreciate it, because it's a kick. It's a reminder that I need to, one, be more careful about that stuff, and two, that I need to actually work on my tuning, which I am doing. I'm trying to spend a little bit of time every time I fly now tuning. Not a lot, because things are getting easier to tune. My new builds all use the DYS board that has Betaflight OSD capability. So that means I can tune using a menu that's in my video feed using my transmitter. So it's easier now more than ever. And I'm also, where is it? I'm also working on this a tune on Raceflight. This is my first Raceflight board. Spectrum actually sent this to me because this is a beta build with a beta firmware that actually lets you tune through a menu on your Spectrum transmitter and on the screen. So on the screen in my transmitter, I can tune this Raceflight board. I will say between the Betaflight OSD and the Spectrum Raceflight interface, I prefer the OSD. It's a little bit cleaner and faster to use, but still pretty cool. So in summation, I'm working on my tuning. I do think that my Betaflight drone is flying better than I've ever had one of my drones flying before. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm pretty proud of it, but I still think there's room for improvement. But I'm really familiar with Betaflight, so I can tune Betaflight a little bit faster because I kind of know where the numbers should be. What I'm not as familiar with is the Raceflight system, and I'm really not happy with where it's flying. So I don't think I'm gonna get it perfect today, but ran out of sunlight. I think I made some improvements. Still not quite, I don't know if I'll ever be 100% happy with it, and maybe that's the point, is that once you start caring, you're never 100% happy with it, which makes you keep working on getting better at it. I mean, tuning is definitely a skill. I mean, it's an art, really. Like, you can understand the science of it and how, like, the P term defines how strongly the copter responds to error, and the I term defines how good it is at holding its position, and the D term is a dampening. Like, you can understand the science of it, but these things, like, to fly them the way we do, there's definitely just like an art and a feeling, and I think it's a really difficult thing to try and explain how to tune a drone well. That being said, I am considering doing a video about how I actually tune. I think there are lots of good resources on how to tune, but everyone has a different approach, and I've seen some videos that I strongly agree with and some that I disagree with, and I think I'm still forming exactly how I want to do things. So I don't know, if that's something that you'd be interested in, I might do that at some point once I've figured out more about how I tune, because like I said, I'm still learning. And the tough thing about this is it changes a bit. I mean, as the firmwares continue to develop, the exact approach that you might take to getting the tune just the way you want it is gonna change a little bit. So that's right, I am low on gas. Take my money. Well, I think that's all I've got for today. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you again soon for some more flying and a little tuning and all that fun stuff.